So the car's all packed up and we are heading on another adventure. So Amy's with me. She's just finished night shift though. She had a couple of hours sleep this morning and we've hit the road, which is one of the awesome things about having the Patriot camper is the fact that it's so easy just to hook up and go away for an overnight trip. We used to have to pack all the car, get all the stuff from upstairs, downstairs, back up the nav and then head off, and that took hours. But literally now we just hook up the Patriot camper onto the car and we hit the road, which is the best part. It makes it so easy. So pretty much the only thing that we have to do on the way out to any camping trip with the trailer is hitch the trailer on and stop in and get some food on the way. Amy's just loading up the fridge. That's a neat way to do it. Take the basket out, fill the basket up, put the basket in. You're a genius, Amy.
Glad you finally noted.
That's pretty much it. We'll load this up and then head out to Junction Hut, or around that area anyway. There's a nice camping spot right on the water just down from Junction Hut. We'll show you guys where that is, so if you want to go check it out for yourselves, you can. So we've just turned into Merrington's track, heading down to Junction Hut to the campsite. Last time though, we didn't go down Merrington's track going in. We went down Sullivan's, and that was a mistake. On the map, it looked like it was a really straight run, nice and cruisy, straight down to Junction Hut, but we were very wrong. It was a steep track, four-wheel drive track, and it took probably about twice as long as coming down Merrington's, which on the map looked like it was more windy and longer. So it was a trap. It was an absolute trap. Don't fall into it. Take Merrington's if you're coming down here, not Sullivan's. The sun is going down though, so it's setting pretty early in Victoria at the moment. It's just about going about 5 o'clock now. So we're gonna head down, get the Patriot set up quickly, get a campfire going so we stay warm, because it's about 7 degrees outside at the moment. It's only gonna keep getting colder. Sun is just starting to come up. We have just had an awesome night's sleep. We ended up having a pretty early night last night. We got in, set up the camper trailer, just got a fire going, smashed down some dinner, and then just got into bed and had a really good night's sleep. So that was awesome. So we're gonna get this fire going, get some breakfast happening, and get this day started so we can start another adventure. What you doing, Ames?
I'm shaking vigorously as said instructions.
Pancakes! Good old White Wings pancake mix.
What are you doing, Joel?
You gotta hit the bottom of it so that there's none stuck in the bottom.
That's the secret.
That's the secret, because it all gets stuck in the bottom and then you go to pour it out and you like get ripped off all this mix in the bottom that you don't get.
The secret to perfect instant pancakes.
Pancakes served.
Needs the butter. Do you want big pancakes or little pancakes?
Big pancakes.
Big pancakes.
How much do you lift? So Amy's cooking pancake number 2. While we're cooking the second pancake, we found another use for the toaster. Keep the other pancake warm.
Pancake warmer.
Ready, pancakes, cannot wait. It's our first time that we've done pancakes in the bush. Normally we just stick to bacon and egg sangers, bacon and eggs with avocado, bacon and eggs with tomato. Like, it's usually just bacon and eggs with something. Smashing Nutella.
Nutella makes everything better.
So we're doing Nutella and cream pancakes, basically. Fruits. What's that? It's ready? Oh no, hold on. I gotta do a flip. Amy, take the camera. Okay, so now the flip of the pancake is complete. Amy's gonna explain what we're doing today.
So we came in, I finished night shift yesterday morning, and Joel didn't finish work till midday, so we got here really late and we kind of just set up where we could. So now Joel's chucked the drone up this morning and found a really good camp spot just around the corner. So we're gonna pack up, drive around there, set up. And he's also managed to find a very decent four-wheel drive track just next to where we set up.
So many flex spots, just like there, just there.
But it still hurts.
I'm just happy it wasn't me this time.
The car coming through from the other side.
Get to the campsite where we were looking at before, go straight down there, do a bit of a U-turn, come back down through the water, and it drops into this campsite right here. But what we're thinking of doing is testing out the trailer, its capabilities, and dropping in through here. We're officially relocated. We are all set up at the new spot, which is the coolest. It's so easy to move that van around. It took us no time at all. So literally the other camp spot that we were at was down that way and just around the corner a little bit. So we haven't gone that far, which is good. So it's nice and quick to get back out again, which is exactly what we're about to do. We're about to leave. We're going to head back out the way we came in, we think, and try and make our way to Bawbaw, the Alpine Resort area, up through Lake Mountain and all that, and see if we can find some snow.
Waiting to start. Imagine us going far, 'cause they couldn't change that, my love.
So we just got to South Face Road, where it leads up to Bawbaw Alpine Resort, and we had a bit of a Google because we got reception and there's not a lot of snow around up there at the moment, so we're going to give it a miss and we're heading over to Walhalla instead. We're going to have a look at the town, check out what's there. Apparently it's a ghost town.
Ghost town.
Because no one's there anymore, or limited people are there. So in Walhalla is a massive gold rush back in the day, and then all of a sudden everyone just packed up and left overnight once the gold ran out.
Yeah, so they finally built the train line into Walhalla, and by the time they had the train there, all of the gold mines had dried up. So then, yeah, everyone fled overnight.
There's still people living there, but apparently there's not much there. So we're gonna go and check it out instead of going up to Mount Borbor. So we've arrived at Walhalla, and I think it's a little bit less of a ghost town than we thought it might have been in the first place. But yeah, it's cool. We're gonna go for a walk down the main street.
Down in 1951, and then they rebuilt it.
1888 fire. This photo was taken from behind where the Roman Catholic Church stood and looks north along the main street, where there used to be a lot of houses, and there's none in that photo. We've decided to go into the Long Tunnel Extended Mine walk.
Produced 25.43 tons of gold, 790 tons of ore during its working life. So that's the incline shaft. I suppose they went into that, into underground.
Yep, down through there. It's all filled in. We just discovered there is an extended gold mine tour in Walhalla. We're pretty excited about it. It's a little bit late today, so there's a tour starting now at 1:30, and then the next one's not until 3 p.m. So what we're gonna do instead is go and get a feed at the pub, if they've got room for us there. It looked pretty busy on the way in. And then tomorrow, on the way out, when we head home, we're gonna stop back in and go for a gold mine tour. And hopefully they let you take cameras so we can show you guys what it's all about down there. This feed actually looks so good. Amy, it's bigger than your head.
I know. Note to self, if you're ever in Walhalla, come to the Wally pub.
Wally pub has the best feeds.
Ridiculous.
More chippies, more bacon.
Want some help?
Oh, so warm. We just got back from our adventures, and Amy is going to drive down the drop-in. So she's going to take it nice and easy, because she's already full flex on the rear. She's going to take it nice and easy, and we're going to go down. Perfect. Bit of wheel lift. Yeah, Ames. Like a boss. We'll get her on the flex track tomorrow for sure. Back to home, sweet home. Like actual paradise.
So we just packed up camp, hooked up the trailer, we were ready to go, and then Joel found a track, a 4-wheel drive track.
Well, hold on, you found the track. It wasn't me. You're like, oh, this is a good flex track.
And he's also managed to find a very decent 4-wheel drive track just next to where we set up.
So many flex spots just like there, just there.
So now we're unhitching the trailer for Joel to go have a little bit of fun in the nav on the track that I apparently found. He's just using it as an excuse.
I think we're gonna lift a wheel or two. A well-placed mud hole right in the middle of the track. Amy's taking over. Amy's taking the wheel for the next section of Flex Track. You gonna show them how it's done, yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Who's a hardcore 4-wheel driver?
Me.
James, what are we up to?
Well, we're going to re-hitch the trailer and
Worth it.
then we're going to go to Walhalla to do an underground mine tour because it's awesome, and then we're going to go home, which is really sad.
Woo!
Now when they got into town at the very southern end, they started to pan in the creek there and they found it alluvial gold. So not big nuggets that you'll find up around Bendigo and Ballarat, very fine gold, and they had to pan for it. So once Ned realises he's got quite a substantial amount there, he needs to make a claim for that. And he takes off to a place called Bald Hills and he makes his claim over there. But for him to get here and get over to Bald Hills and get back again, that takes him around 2 weeks. And in that time, other men in the area know that there's something going on. They know to have alluvial gold in the creek that it must have come from somewhere, that it needed a source. So they go looking around Walhalla, and it was on our western ridge at the very southern end of town. They found a big outcrop of quartz. And in between that quartz, there's a lot of puggy clay there, lots of soft clay, and that's got gold in it too. So when it's been raining like it is today, that's getting washed out, and that's the gold that's ending up in the creek. And it was on this spot in 1865 that they start to dig this mine. That's the one we're all going to go into now. We're going to be going 300 metres into the mountain. It's all on a flat level surface. We don't go up any levels or down any levels. There's a couple of low bits in there, might have to duck down. We're now 111 metres into the mine, and it's probably only taken us about 2 minutes to walk down to here. It's taken the Hercules United Mining Company 2 years to dig to this point, and you can see we haven't come very far. One man would have been holding that up against the rock face, and the other miner's coming in with his sledgehammer, and he's hitting that as hard as he can. And every time he would hit the tap, the man holding it would have to turn it quarter of a turn. Now they'd be then packed with a black powder, a wadding would be placed in there, and a fuse would be run out of the mine and they'd blow that section out. Now they weren't getting paid really well, they're getting paid about 24 shillings a foot for their work. So in today's money, about $7 a metre. And it wouldn't be paid to the miners directly either, it was paid to the mine manager. And he would disperse that amongst his workers. So if you've done a really good job that week, you might got a little bit extra. If you've disappointed the mine manager that week, he probably paid you a little bit less. up on our roof, you'll see our quartz reef. That's Cohen's reef. That pops through at the very top of the mountain, comes through on a 70-degree angle, and it goes under our feet about another kilometre. So the first thing these guys do is that little half drive there you'll see. It's not actually a mine, but more of a search tunnel. They were trying to see if there were any offshoots of this quartz reef that ran back in that direction. And by the time they dig that and find there's nothing in it, they actually run out of money. So they want to forget about this part of the mine. What they want to do now is straighten up that main adit that we were just in before. They want to go further into the mountain, and then they want to dig a shaft that goes down 183 metres.
You're practically standing up and just walking down this.
Right, we're now 235 metres into the mine until about 1875 when this gets invented. That was called the pneumatic rock drill. This makes their life a lot easier. They can get through the mine in double time when they're using this. The problem is though, wherever they're using this in the mine's filling up with dust. They're breathing that in, settling on their lungs, and it causes silicosis. Also in the miner's kit, he would have needed one of these little things. That's called the miner's spider. He wouldn't actually be supplied back by the company, but he would need it wherever he worked inside the mine. He'd have to go and get that made himself or visit a blacksmith, get one made up. So wherever he was working, he would hammer that into the rock face, and he'd have those tallow candles that I mentioned earlier. He would place them in the ring, and that tallow candle would burn for about 8 hours. So he knew once he lit it, once it got down to that very bottom there, it was nearly time to pack up all his stuff and he could get to go home. Now also in this part of the mine, you'll notice we've got a rock lit up here, and we've got another one that's lit up in this little bit here. We had a geologist come through the mine a few years ago and explain to us that that was the bottom of the ocean 400 million years ago.
That would have been a hard slog going up there.
Underneath us there's 32 levels of this mine, and every time they go down another level they relocate that quartz reef, it's just full of gold. They go down another level, it doubles again. It just gets better and better and better for them. It wasn't until 1890 that the mining union got involved and they created a legislation that gave the men about a 10-minute break for their 8-hour day. So really generous. This is where they'd come for that 10 minutes.
Where do we collect our $7? Amy, you're a miner now. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I was the right height for the mine.
I was not the right height
No,
for the mines.
you were
I'm
too
just
tall
doing
for the
these
mine.
ones the whole way through. I still hit my head a lot too.
There was a sign in there that said the average miner back in the day was 5'3",
I'd believe it.
to accommodate for the size of the tunnels they could only get.
You were like perfect. You were literally standing up and walking through them.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you going,
I
I'm
hardly had
halfway
to
bent
duck.
over. That was really cool though. That was such an awesome experience. Definitely come and check that out if you're up this area. And even if
Yeah.
you're not up this area, just come and check it out anyway. All right, we're going to make the trip back home now.
I've been waiting for someone to take me away, far away.
I'll take my time, dear, just to keep you around here. Know what they say, you can't keep the clouds away, away, far